Continuing my review of Spider-Man video games this year in honor of Spider-Man's 60th anniversary. 2005's Ultimate Spider-Man, I always thought it was a decent video game. It's just that it could have been a lot better than what it turned out to be. And when I say this video game could have been a lot better, there is so much missed opportunities with this video game. Like, for example, this was the second ever open world Spider-Man game, but it gets repetitive after playing a while. Spider-Man chases a boss. Spider-Man fights the boss. Rinse and repeat, and the same thing goes with Venom. This was the first and only Spider-Man game to date that had you playing as Venom, and I always thought that was pretty cool. But the gameplay mechanics for Venom could have been slightly better. And what I mean by that, Venom in this video game, he has a long jump. And I was saying to myself, what the hell is that? He's not the Hulk. Why they didn't just give him the ability to web swing? Now I get it, they did that to make him different from Spider-Man. So the story of this video game, it takes place in the Ultimate Marvel Universe 3 months after the Venom story arc. And that's the thing I had liked about this video game. It's canon to the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. And not just that though, but I love the graphics in this video game. It looks something straight out of a comic book. Just like how the cutscenes have those comic book effects to it. And not just that, but the several characters that make an appearance in this video game, such as Wolverine, Nick Fury, Silver Sable, the Beetle, and a few others. You have to admit that's one of the coolest aspects about the story in this video game. Now granted, this video game actually is a step down from Spider-Man 2, and the reason being is that the side activities such as the combat tours and races, they get very boring in a short amount of time. And basically when you have the web swinging real slow and clunky, it makes playing these missions a chore to work through. Despite my complaints about this video game, there are some things I really had enjoyed. I love the story, the voice acting is great, and the music, while not as iconic as Spider-Man 2, it's still decent in my opinion. Still though, at the end of the day, while this video game does have its missteps, it's far from a bad Spider-Man game. Now, I have read some of the Ultimate Spider-Man comic books over the years. I read quite a few issues, and I like that universe. A universe where it's a lot different, and the game developers of this game, Treyarch, they weren't tied down by a movie release. Sure, the story's great, the voice acting is real good, and speaking of which, Jennifer Hale, who had voiced Silver Sable, she is a legend. And what I mean by that is that, well, she's been doing video game voiceovers since the 1990s. Now, that's great. And not only that though, but you learn about the whole story of the friendship between Peter Parker and Abe Brock in this video game, but not to the full extent. And not just that, but the Venom suit in this video game is trying to consume Eddie. So Venom constantly has to feed on people. Now normally Venom is known as a anti-hero in the comic books, but this is the Ultimate Marvel Universe. I don't hate this game, and I don't really like it that much. I'm kind of like in the middle, where I think it's alright. There are some things that could be improved upon, such as the Venom Missions, which is basically either Venom taking on a boss or fighting some guys. And that's basically it. There's not much you could do with that character, but they could at least try to make it a whole lot different. I mean, this game, it could have been so much more. Still though, I do recommend this game. If you never checked this one out, then you owe it to yourself to check it out just for the story alone. I'm giving this video game a 7 out of 10. While some parts of this video game is frustrating, such as the mission structure and the gameplay element, like for example, Spider-Man is completely nerfed in this game. His weapon is completely useless, and his combat system ain't great either. At least in Spider-Man 2, the combat was a lot better. And my goodness, what the hell's up with the dodge system? You see, unlike Spider-Man 2's dodge system, which was brilliant, the dodge system in this sucks ass. Every time Spider-Man's Spider Sense goes off, you have to jump out the way and avoid damage. Spider-Man jumping around like he's some damn kangaroo, and it sucks, it's tiresome, I do not like it. Nonetheless though, there are much worse Spider-Man video games out there, It's just I wish this one was much better for what it is, but it's still an entertaining Spider-Man video game to say the least. And that's my review of the 2005 video game Ultimate Spider-Man. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this video game. My next review will be the 2007 movie tie-in game Spider-Man 3. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.